Welcome everyone to another tutorial video regarding module 3. So we are in our third module for the second quarter period. Now let's go to the focus of the module. For 2 weeks, you will be able to insert tables using HTML and customize the properties using the cascading style sheet. So what are the things that you're going to undergo to understand this module? First is to understand the use of the table tags in HTML web page. So we are going to use the table tag in creating an HTML web page. Then insert and format a table in an HTML5 document. So we were going to insert, format, and customize a table in a web page. Number 3 is to implement table customization using inline or CSS elements. And number 4 is to apply table border style elements using CSS. So that is our focus for this module. Let's go to let's prepare. So as usual, the final assessment for this module is indicated here at our let's prepare component. So the third assessment will test your knowledge in inserting tables in HTML5 web page. So you're going to create a table using HTML5. Then in task number 2, let's survey, that will be the data that you would be creating in table form. So makita ninyo yon in task number 2. So it will be discussed later on. Then the image of the desired table output will be also included in the end of this module. So ang ipapakita ko lang sa dulo is yung image output nung dapat makikita ko sa table ninyo. Then kayo na mismo ang mag-code nung HTML niyo. So at the next column, we would see the rubrics for grading your HTML page. So let's go to the next let's experience. So this is week 5 and 6. So here are the designation for each task. You can follow it or not, but depending on you, it is a guide for you to answer the activities for this module. Next, let's go to task number 1. Here at the task number 1, directions is to complete the table below with your own words and description of the function, advantages and disadvantages of using the following website. So here are the common websites or applications that we use, especially in this kind of modality, or we are into online learning or this school year. So here are the different sites and applications that we are using. So just insert here in the table depending on your preference or perspective in using this kind of website. Just insert or write in your own words the function, the advantages and disadvantages of using this application. Okay, next let's go to reading 1. So here at reading 1, you would be defining what is an HTML table. So please read carefully what are the different tags that are used in creating a table. So there are different tags that we're going to use in creating table. So here you would see the HTML code that you would going to use to create this browser output that you see here. So I'll be showing you how or what are the things that you're going to do in creating the tables. So I'll be opening the document wherein you would see how we are going to create or what is the code or the proper code in creating this kind of document. So I'm going to open a notepad. So as you see here is the format for our table. It's kind of long because it's a proper way of inserting table. So here you would see you would need to put the table tag, then TR which stands for table row, then table header. So ito yung mga nandun sa header ng bawat tables. So ito yung nasa taas ng mga columns. Then, table row, then you would see table data. So, ano yung mga nakalagay na data sa table ninyo. So, that is TR, TD, and TH. So, once I save this one at inopen ko siya, so which I'm going to do right now, you would see this is the output that you would see in your browser. So this is a normal table that is seen in an HTML5 web page. So this is the preferred output na dapat makita natin in your last or in your third assessment in this module. Okay, so let's go to the next one, task number 2. So here, just like what I said here at the first page, in specifically number 2, in task number 2, let's survey the data that you collected when we created in table form. So here at task number 2, you would be collecting data. You can message or personally message your classmates or friends in their social media accounts or any contact number that you have to complete this data. So, ang kukunin nyo lang naman na data is the name, student number, grade, section, and the birthday of your preferred 5 classmates or friends na tingin ninyo you can contact immediately to answer this tables or this set of data that you need to fill in. So, that is task number 2. So, let's go to reading number 2. So, here, we would format our table using CSS. So there are a lot of things that you're going to use in creating or customizing your tables. As you see here, we have here cell padding and table border. We have also spacing and collapsing the table border. So all of this can be found, or you can follow all of the example here when you are going to do the final module assessment here at module 3. So, pwede nyo itong sundin, kopyahin nyo lang ng maigi itong CSS code, and ipakikita nyo naman dito kung ano yung magiging output. Okay, so for example, I'll be showing you a sample file that I created. So here, I'll just be moving the CSS. So, this is a CSS that I created para makita ninyo kung ano yung magiging kaibahan. So, pag in-open natin to, so you see here, the CSS is created already or have taken effect in our HTML. So, this is how a format table with CSS will look like. Okay? So, that is tables with CSS. Now that you're familiar with this one, again, you can use or copy these codes for the last assessment. So all you need to do is to have a proper selector in CSS, which is the table, the table header, and the table data. Yun yung mapapalitan. Magkakaroon ng border, magkakaroon ng solid na line, and magkakaroon ng itim na line because we use hex code. Pero later on, I'll be explaining to you what is hex code kasi itong hex code na to are used for colors, then padding, then as usual, we are using 5px. So that is for reading number 2. So you just need to copy some of the codes here kung kailangan if you want to do it in your final assessment. Then, let's go to the last task. So, task number 3 is, let's be familiar. So, identify the function of HTML tag or CSS properties that can be used for customizing your table. So, all of the answers can be found in reading 1 and in reading 2. So, you just need to insert or write the function of each tag that can be found here at this module. So, ano ba yung function ng TR? Para saan ba yun? Function ng TD? Ano ba yung function ng TH? And what is the function of caption? So, all of the answers can be found here. You just need to read it properly upon answering the module. Okay? So, for the last assessment, so here you would see, as usual, you are going to see what are you going to put in your HTML file and what you're going to put in your CSS file. So number one, HTML file, the title must be A7 equals or dash HTML table. Then the data that you collected in task number 2 will be converted into table form. And the caption must be students database. So yan yung dapat makita dun sa inyong caption. So dito sa table border, kahit copyhin nyo na lang to, but just with the correct declaration in the CSS file. So, dapat ang border niyo ay 1px solid and ito yung kanyang kulay. So, this hex code must be copied with the table padding is 5px. Then, include border collapse. So, border collapse and ang kanyang value is collapse. Okay? So, for bonus points, as usual, you're going to send to me your output at rp.abel@ntc.edu.ph. You just need to insert the HTML or attach the HTML code in the CSS file that you have saved in the notepad. Reminder, please make sure that you're going to use the correct file extension name in creating your HTML and CSS code. Kung ang pangalan ninyo or pinangalan ninyo dyan ay A7-HTML tables, dapat may .html lagi sa file extension name. Kung ang ginamit sa CSS file ninyo ay style, dapat merong .css. So, style.css. Ganun po palagi. Okay? So, upon downloading the file, ask for the password at ibibigay ko sa inyo yung correct copy ng code. Just like in the module 2, ibibigay ko sa inyo yung tamang code for this module. So, once na makapag-send na kayo sa akin, again, yun ang aking i-record. Then, when you send your file, I will be sending back a file which contains the correct code for this activity. Okay? So, again, I'm taking note of this. The purpose of this is to check and review your code, but not to copy the file then write it on page 10. Hindi po ganun. So, the purpose of this one is that you review your code. But, ang i-record ko lang is yung sinend niyo sa email. Pero kung hindi kayo nakapag-send sa email or messenger, ang checkan ko po ay yung nandito sa module. Okay, so that is for module 3. So we are in the part where we're going to insert different data in the table. So that is for this module. If you have any questions, feel free to message me in any of my social media platforms that I've shared to you or comment here at the video if you have any questions. So I'll try my best to answer it whenever it is possible. Okay? So if you're going to answer this, you just need to read and understand the instructions carefully. So that is all for this video, and I hope that you're going to understand and enjoy creating your HTML file with tables.